Good afternoon, viewers. Just thought I'd do a quick YouTube video on a new DC to D. Well, new. I haven't seen it before, and I haven't seen anything much on YouTube. Well, nothing came up that I saw. Anyway, it's a different type of DC to DC converter for running in your caravan. Will charge and maintain your battery properly from the Anderson plug on the vehicle through to the caravan, and it will also provide a solar input with a multi-stage output. So either of those will charge and maintain your battery correctly, which a direct connection will not do, and will deteriorate your battery as it does not charge the battery properly. So anyway, there's plenty about that elsewhere. Let's have a look at the product. So this unit is a Battery Link Pro Series caravan charger, model DC 20S. It's a 20 amp output, which is quite adequate for doing 100 amp hour batteries, and you know, they're fairly typical in a lot of vans. The base has just got some mount brackets in it, which I don't think I've got here. Here's the unit here. So on the front panel we've got a power on, charging, fully charged solar charge indicator lights, AGM, lead acid, calcium selector indicator lights from when you select on the battery type selector over here, which you do when you first start it up. Now, it's not going at the moment, it's all connected up, but it's not going because as with all of these units, it operates by the primary battery having a voltage greater than 12.5. so if your alternator output or vehicle battery drops below 12.5, this will switch off. So you've got to have decent cables running between your tow vehicle and the caravan, because it's quite a long run. It's, you know, maybe 10 meters of cable. Should be using around 10 mil on your vehicle, probably 10 millimeter square cable, and then something similar on the through to the battery, just so your voltage stays above 12.5, because this will pull the voltage down once it starts. Up here I've got a power supply which I'm going to use in lieu of a tow vehicle, so it's feeding the input. I've currently got the battery at 11.8 volts. I'm using this electronic load to discharge it. So it's currently drawing 10 amps, so 11.89 volts, and I'll turn this on. I'll bring this voltage up, so as you can see it's not going at the moment. I'll just bring this up to, down to say 13.8. As you can see, it starts very quickly. My projector takes a couple of minutes to start up and start charging. This thing's already doing it. And on here, the input's at 22 amps in to provide around 20 amps output. Battery voltage is coming up to 12.8, so it's very quickly pulling that battery voltage up. I'm just going to drop the electronic load off, which will allow the battery voltage to recover quickly. So it's at 13.6 at the moment, 13.8, and on here we can see the charging input is indicating. That light comes on when it's the 12 volts from the tow vehicle. If it was the solar input, it'd be the bottom light would be on down the bottom here. This one would be on, that one wouldn't be on. When it reaches fully charged, obviously that light will come on. It's currently at 14.23, so it's and it's still charging at 23 amps. Okay, my voltmeters stopped working there. So it's bringing this voltage up, and it does pulse charge as it shows you. So it's bringing that up quite quickly. Now the current's starting to, you'll see that's changing on switching. This isn't fast enough to see the whole thing, but what it's doing is this. It's pulse charging, so it's run up here, comes up to 14.4. holds that voltage for a while, then it drops down to 13.8ish or something around that to maintain the voltage once it's fully charged. So you can still see it's pulsing here, but it's getting close to that point where it will, and this current is coming down as the charge state increases. So at 14.3. You can see we've got AGM gel selected. As I say, I selected that over here. You can have a standard lead acid, which is a starting type battery, which you don't use for a caravan, obviously. And or you could have it in the later model calcium battery, which requires a higher output. So we're getting close to that point where it'll probably decide it's fully charged in a minute. So that's it working. So just have a look around the back here. She's getting slightly warm, that's all. On the back here we've got 4 terminals. We've got the DC input, we've got a solar input, we've got a common ground or negative input, and we've got a charger output terminal. Screw terminals, look, they're fine. Probably makes it nice and simple to install actually. Projector has a whole bunch of 8mm cable coming, or 6 or 8mm cable coming out, which is a little bit complicated. You're going to got to put Anderson plugs or something on it to terminate it. These are fine. I've seen these on power supplies in caravans, and they're 5, 6, 10 years and they haven't budged. So you can do them up with a spanner, as you can see. There's this bracket kit. I'll have a look. So here's your brackets you get with it. These just mount. They're just for mounting it over the top. You put the screws into this. The mount holes are in the bottom, so that would sit on that like that, and you'd have your 2 mount brackets which you would screw down. So it's spaced off the floor for when it gets warm. That's the way that works. Comparatively, look, I just think it does quite a good job compared to probably what the projector's offering. A very good plain English manual, not written in Chinese English or Chinglish. It's written in, there you go, it's fully charged now, it just came up. It's reached its, and it will now just continue to maintain, when it gets down to 12.82, it will switch on again, bring it up, and then it'll switch off, so it'll sit around at 13.6. The projector tends to continuously maintain at 1 voltage, so a little bit more sophisticated, I suppose, from that perspective. But as I say, this unit, $179. A projector will set you back another $100 dearer than that. It's 30% more expensive. This is more than adequate for a 100 amp hour battery or something of that order. In fact, you don't want to be charging a 100 amp hour battery probably faster than about 20 amps per hour. Anyway, that's it. There's the mounting arrangement, as you can see there. So quite a good little book, good little unit, does what it says it does. I've had the solar on, I've had this on, and all works well. Thanks for watching.